I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Brielle Foxfire is our guest. Hi.
Hi guys, this is your Hellfire Fox speaking. How are y'all doing today?
We appreciate you coming on, and welcome to the interview show. Brielle, when did you get started with VTubing?
Well, I started VTubing in like a smaller streaming platform last August 6th, 2021, basically.
So you've been doing this for a while yet.
Yes, you could say in that older streaming platform that I would rather not name, I've done a lot of like, let's just say, chatting streams, roleplay streams, and all that actually, even participating in events. I was there for like 2 to 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, basically, I started stepping down from that platform last December 2023, like slowly, like gradually, you know?
Right. Kind of wean yourself off of it a little bit. And
Yes, that's correct.
and you made the decision to go with Twitter, or were you already using Twitter as well? Or Twitch, I'm sorry.
Well, for people that may not know, I've already have an existing Twitter with the older platform, which is the one that I'm using. I just slowly transitioned it into my VTubing thing and not dependent to the older platform.
Yeah, so it's now it's all you.
Yeah, it's all about me, and damn, it's quite tiring to be an indie. Let's be honest. Okay, recently I've hit 1,000 followers on Twitch.
Yes.
So,
Congratulations on that.
thank you, thank you. So I actually planned two things for that. The first one is already up, and I'm not expecting 80 plus participants on that special stream. It's it's very interesting. I'm like, of all the ideas I put with, like, my idea was, hey, I'm a rate you and put you based on, like, it's more like it's like the theme is gotcha games, and I'll rate your design and I'll see which gotcha game do you belong to. And it clicked like hotcakes. I swear.
Hey, the gotcha fans are gotcha fans, and they've been got.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Everyone cannot get away from gotcha at this point.
No, it'll definitely draw you in a hurry. So when you did get started VTubing, what drew you into it? Did you have somebody else you were looking at, or did it just catch your eye?
Well, at first, I was only satisfied with watching VTubers, like let's just say Kizuna Ai. I think she's the very first VTuber I've encountered in the Japanese side of things, and I just find her interesting, along with other VTubers, like let's just say Project Mirai, Kaguya Luna, and others. So I was kind of curious about VTubing until I saw that older platform promoting VTubing, and I was like thinking, should I give it a try? And also, by that time, I was also wanting to improve my speaking skills more and be more socially active. And that's why I tried VTubing to test that in the waters.
Oh, that's cool. And with that, you got the chance to do that with a model and an avatar where you didn't have to show yourself directly out in front of everybody, and you could still test out your speaking skills.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Actually, that older platform also gives out an avatar too, except, like what I've said earlier, it also has gotcha for the items, so you can imagine how much my bank account looks.
oh no.
Indeed. Oh
Yes.
no.
Oh no. That kind of defeats any purpose of trying to make some money on it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It,
I was mostly doing it as a hobby, which is probably the one that I can consider as paid at this point.
so now that you're on the Twitch stream, have you found it easier for you to activate and mix in with chat and work with?
At first, I was having technical issues, so I was seeking help on it. But after a while, I got used to like putting my own putting overlays panels that I bought,
Hmm.
and then changing more of the transitions, the settings, the bit rates, the audio. So I slowly got used to it, and to the point it seems like a piece of cake to me now.
Like old hat. It's very easy for you at this point. That's good. And
Hmm.
then have you been able to do what you want on the newer platform now?
On Twitch, definitely, because I get to play games. Of course, in the older platform, the only thing I do is talk to people.
Ah,
And my streams back then used to be like more than five when I think about it.
mm, yeah. So
Hmm.
so you had to so you didn't have the game to play and entertain yourself along with the chat.
Yeah, that's the lacking part of it. Like even if you can do it in the older platform, it was making my phone laggy.
Mm,
So I wouldn't trust that, you know?
right, right. So what kind of games are you playing now on your account?
Okay, just a disclaimer. For the games, I never really had the luxury to purchase Steam games until recently,
Hmm.
but the games I've been playing so far are RPG, visual novel, gacha games, of course, because I like salting people with my luck, I swear. Every time when I pull something in any gacha game, I would say, "Oh, one pull."
One pull. I'm gonna. It's
Yeah.
time to test my luck now. So
Yeah, and there's even instances where they say like, "I like how I was just talking to Brielle and suddenly I got a 4-star item." Huh?
but does that luck
Imagine.
is that luck rubbing back off on you when you're playing the games?
Oh yeah,
Mm,
definitely.
mm. So you're able to get the good stuff too, not just the people watching you playing the games.
Oh yeah, I also get the good stuff though. There are times where I unexpectedly get stuff that I didn't realize I'd be getting
Hmm.
and all that. So it's like my rarest pull was I think Jinshi from Wuthering Waves. Now, here's the thing. I do weird rituals when I do my gacha.
Yeah.
So this is what I said. Jinshi, if I get you in this tent pool, I will take my diet seriously.
Oh
Since I
no.
got Jinshi, you know what
Ah.
happens.
Oh no. No. Now you. Oh, now now you're stuck with it.
Oh yeah.
But they can't take it back from you. So if you do kind of if you cheat now and again on the diet, they can't like come back and take it off your computer. So you still have Genji no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yes, yes. I just find it really funny, you know. A friend of mine saw me get Jinshi and they're like, well, girl, what is with your luck? You didn't even spend on this game. I'm like, I mean, I like grinding in the game, so
Yeah,
why should I spend?
yeah, that's true. I mean, it does kind of play into it if you do like the grinding of the game. Now, what do you think of the Wuthering Waves game? Um, some folks were a little upset at the beginning because there were some glitches, but I haven't heard anything but good things since.
If we're talking about the good things of Wuthering Waves, I'd say they have better mechanics in like the open world. Let's just say if you compare it with Genshin Impact, like manual climbing, for example, right?
Hmm.
In Wuthering Waves, you can just run up to that mountain by clicking shift.
That does that does make it a little easier,
And
doesn't it?
mhm, And then they have better ways to gather items. Like example, in Genshin, where you're going to farm like rocks or animals, you have to manually pick it up with the F button, right?
Right.
Wuthering Waves, no, just slash and it'll be just delivered to you immediately. You don't have to go near it. Just slash. It's gonna be automatically be placed in your inventory, and you're done.
Well, that's good. That saves you a little time. Um,
Mm-mm.
and since it's a newer game by a long stretch than Genshin Impact, and um, I know that Genshin has survived by adding things on and continuing its 'cause Genshin is not a new game by any stretch of the imagination. So it's kind of limited, I guess, in that sort of thing that it has to keep going by the engine it started with.
Yes, that's true.
So it's really it's tough for it to keep up with the Wuthering Waves. But do you see this game performing like a Genshin Impact and adding more things to their world and continuing on in the years to come?
Honestly, that's kind of like the setup they're really going for at this point. But not gonna lie, the only thing that Wuthering Waves is better at is giving compensations.
Mm.
We get free pools here and there,
Hmm.
free gems here and there, and all of that. Wow, look at Genshin for a second.
Okay. Yeah.
Genshin is bad at giving rewards.
Yeah.
I've been a Genshin Impact player since 2020, and the only good thing I got from them is just a bunch of gems and then a random Raiden Shogun in one pool. That's it.
That's over 4 years.
Yeah, I stopped playing Genshin at 2022 and I didn't really want to go back to it since
Mm.
I kind of lost my account access anyway, so what's
Right.
there to go back to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you have to start all over again, and that would be a little rough. uh, a lot of folks when they if you lose access to a game that you've got so many hours in, do you really want to start all over again?
Yeah, that
Mm,
is the question indeed.
yeah, yeah. Especially when you know that the pull rates aren't exactly good to start with, and any luck that you had before is erased. So you're
Mm-hmm.
really starting with nothing and going from there. What other games are you playing online right now?
Mm. Well, I was formerly playing Honkai Impact 3rd. I have a level 88 account.
Uh-huh.
Then Honkai Star Rail with probably like a level 30, 40, or 50 account. I haven't been logging in. Zenless Zone Zero, I'm already level 20.
Mm. Yeah. Now tell me about that game. I haven't actually seen anybody playing that yet, but I see people
Oh,
are really enjoying it. What draws you to that game?
I mean, okay, I've been a mass Hoyoverse gamer and fan. I've been around since they had this game called Guns Girl Honkai Gakuen, which is like a it's like an RPG game with weapons and
Mm.
all the hack and slash. They took it out of the global and C server, so only the Japanese side and the Chinese side have access to this game.
Ah.
But other than that, almost all of the Hoyoverse games have very similar links to like they call their game like the Hoyoverse, aka it's like a multiverse of things. So some game references, like let's just say in Honkai Impact Third, some of the game references on that game will also go to Genshin, will also go to Honkai.
Right. Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The
So
the difference with Zelda Zone Zero is okay. I have not seen any reference of anything from a game except for Bellabog Industries. Bellabog is a place in Honkai Star Rail. That's the only reference I've heard so far.
mm,
But the rest is very game inclined as its own. It's like its own game.
uh,
There's no references, but who knows really?
yeah. It's standalone, and you still got time to playing it, but the game itself, does it play along the same lines? Is it same kind of engine, same kind of format as the other games?
Well, it does follow. the similar gameplay of, let's just say, Honkai Impact Third or Genshin, like closely, but the difference is their parry attacks and it's easier to dodge.
Hmm.
That's the only difference I've seen, but the game mechanics itself is pretty colorful.
Yeah.
It's very fluid, and the best part is you don't get bored of it. I don't get bored of the gameplay, even if it's harder.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
No.
I'm
Nope.
still going for it.
Yeah. Cool. Well, you said yourself you kind of like grinding anyway, so it's if it takes a little while and you enjoy it, why not just keep playing it? There's nothing to keep you from it. Um, so these types of games obviously are closest to you. Are there any games outside the Gotcha universe that you kind of like?
Let's just say Terraria. I
Mm,
enjoy Terraria a lot.
yeah.
I've started it recently, and all I can say about the game is it's surprisingly grindy but very ruthless.
Mm. Yeah, it definitely is. I've seen a few people playing that, and suddenly they're just wiped out. Uh,
Uh, Basically, my very first run in the game, I ended up creating a graveyard because I keep getting myself killed by zombies over and over.
well, it just shows you really try hard.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
not giving up. You last long enough to put flowers on the last grave, and then and then go from there. The I did see you playing Cult of the Lamb, did I not?
Oh, that game. I enjoy that one game.
Yeah,
I did play that.
yeah. That looks like a game I would really enjoy. You looks like if you got into it, you it's one of those games you start playing and 5 hours later you realize that you never slept.
Oh, I try not to do that because of my nature of my job, IRL.
Yeah, yeah. That would be bad news, but it really looks like a game that could really hook you in, though. Did you have you enjoyed playing it so far?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because if there are games, there are some games like that have a specific mechanic that I like, and it's actually farming or interior making or interior designing.
Hmm.
Like Honkai Impact and Genshin have like a housing system. So Cult of the Lamb also has that too, which is the whole cult.
Hmm. Yeah, it's
Mm.
it's it's that it's kind of a Stardew Valley like thing in a way, I guess, with a cult instead
Mm-hmm.
instead
And
of
it's pretty cute to me. Like it's something that I enjoy myself playing, but then I need to remember that I have to stream in like normal hours because since I'm located in SEA, Southeast Asia,
hmm.
so my time zone is like, hello to the future. How are you doing?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about how is tomorrow? Whether should I wake up or not?
I mean, at my side, it's pretty sunny,
All right.
sunny enough to turn you into a sauna.
Oh, that's all we need. We've had our own up here and a few storms too. So yeah, it's well into summer here. That's what I can definitely say. We only have summer and winter now, so all the other seasons are gone for the most part. So you
Mm-hmm.
just had a debut here recently, didn't you?
Yes, that's right. My debut was actually June 29th,
Yeah,
which is June 28th for the other time zones. It was confusing at first,
yeah.
but I wish I set a later date for my debut, but my debut went really well
Mm-hmm.
for a short one,
Mm,
actually.
yeah. And I imagine that the excitement built up for you pretty good at that point. You were ready for it when it went off, and did it go off without a hitch?
Okay. My experience with the debut itself is so unbelievable. The moment I started with the stream and then the model pops up, it's already a full chat. I just look at the chat box and I'm like, crap, really? It's this many people? And I get nervous because I'm like, oh no, what if I say something weird? And if you see the other parts of the VOD, yeah, I think I regret putting the pickup line redeems. Shit. I have pickup line redeems. I had to make it expensive.
Live and learn.
Yeah, live and learn indeed. Like, I'm probably the only one that is like, hey, if I can't make my redeems high quality, what's the point of it?
That's right.
So that's why it's there.
I admit that
Yeah,
you're just gonna have to add a few extra zeros onto that redeem.
it went from 300 to 1,000
Mm. And now,
because I made a pickup line about baguette and it somehow stuck around for 3 to 5 days in my server.
it was just over and over and over, hitting it over and over and over again. You
Yes.
get
So,
that's pretty hilarious. The Have you got any big events coming up on your streams?
well, I I did mention like I did like a special. I'm planning a special stream. I already had it up on my Twitter. It's called Which Gacha game do you belong to?
Right.
Tier list.
Yeah. When's that coming up?
I, okay. Based on the day I said, it's gonna be at July 27th,
Mm-hmm.
8 a.m. GMT plus 8.
Mm-hmm.
But for the other regions, it's July 26th, 8 p.m. EST.
It's check out. Make sure that you got. We're gonna have all. By the way, all of your links we're gonna have listed in the description for the interview, so folks can check out what Brielle's got going on. And you're gonna need to because it's a lot of fun watching what
Mm-hmm.
Brielle's got happening. Um, were you always somebody who wanted to entertain people when you were younger?
I'm actually an introverted person back in the day, so not really. It's only when I started getting older that I actually like entertaining people.
Mm. So when you were younger, you never would have seen yourself uh, with a potential audience of everyone who had a phone or a or a computer.
No, I was like I was a strict Asian student, so yeah, you can see how that's going.
But now you've got a chance to talk with. I mean, heck, I'm on the other side of the planet from you right now. I think this is really amazing that we're able to do this.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Though the time zones are quite an issue at times, but I'm getting used to it.
Mm. It does cause some problems for some folks because I imagine a lot of the target audience you reach, you'll have to be up at like I don't know 5 o'clock in the morning your time, and you if you work a late shift or an early shift, that really messes you up.
Oh yeah, like I'm actually planning on doing that, the 5 a.m. thing,
Ooh.
but not right now because I already have like a lot of stuff going on. Like let's just say my job IRL changes shifts every 2 weeks.
Oh no.
So yes.
Oh.
So people are wondering, how are you able to do VTubing, edit VODs, put up your TikTok,
Mm.
interact in your server while having a job like that? And I'm like, who knows? Who knows, right?
I'm just showing up. Whatever happens, happens at this
Yeah.
point. But
Mm-hmm.
it's great that you've been able to keep it going with those shifts because um, people are still following you and coming to your streams, even though you're not necessarily on the same time every week. Has it been tough keeping folks along with you for the ride?
Yeah, definitely. Because there are times where I want to stream, but then the time zone does not align.
Mm.
So I have to make my schedules like it's aligned to the US because US is somehow my primary target audience,
Hmm.
even though I'm from Southeast Asia.
Right, right. Well,
Hmm.
we likes our internet.
But yes, US is my primary audience, and then Philippines is my second.
Hmm. Yeah, there's
Yes.
yeah. That's so you're talking about really different time zones.
Yes, that's why I have to align the time zones. And the only time zones I can align properly with GMT plus 8 is EST.
Yeah, yeah, it is, and then the United States then has their fall back and fall forward times that mess everything up too. So that's another thing that you have to play into sometimes, I imagine. The fact that you're on other uh, platforms, though, I imagine that does help your audience because even if folks aren't able to catch what you're doing live, they're able to catch you on these other channels.
Oh yeah, on my VODs. And then I am slowly putting up a most of my decent VODs on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Yeah,
So far I have my Zenless Zone Zero VODs up, and then I'm going to start with the other games real soon.
yeah.
Of course if my energy permits me to do so.
we're gonna have to give you like get you an energy drink sponsor so it'll keep you going. I'm amazed that you're able to keep this up with the schedule that you've got and with such high quality stuff. But I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you're able to come on with me. I do appreciate it so much. Good luck on your tier list coming up, and I hope that
Ah, yeah.
yeah, and I hope that everything settles down a little bit for you as far as schedule goes, so you can have yourself a somewhat normal life, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
One where you know when you're going to sleep anyway from one day to the next.
Oh, there is another one
Yeah,
I have not really mentioned.
go ahead.
It's not up yet, but you could say it's like I am collaborating with an artist for a art raffle, and it involves a two-person artwork with me on it. So the
Mm.
winner will be drawn with me on it.
Oh, cool. So is that
Mm-hmm.
you haven't got that scheduled yet?
I think I'll probably have it up by. Let me see my time zone. Let's see. So if it's July 13th, I guess somewhere between July 12th or July 13th at nighttime.
Well, so it'll be up pretty soon.
Yeah, and all I can say is $100. $100.
That's just just remember that in the back of your head, folks. $100.
That's the price tag of that thing, and I'm mostly gonna shoulder it with the artist. So
Well,
that's why the artist that I have it collaborated with is also a part of the mechanics.
well,
So keep your eyes peeled, people.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, make sure you check out what Brielle's got going on. Yeah, thank you again so much for coming on. I know it's tough to get with your schedule to squeeze in the old man like this, but I do appreciate it, and we'll get you on again real soon. Okay?
Of course, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.